Good morning, welcome back to The Space Between, where solutions always have room to grow. I'm your homo host, Sean McClellan. Thank you so much for being here. Just guys, do me a favor, get on over to iTunes or Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. Leave a rating for the show, subscribe so amazing people like yourself can find the show faster. That's what I'm looking for, amazing people just like you. Something happened today at the gym when I was going to the gym this morning, man, and I'm glad it happened because it was a stark reminder that I need to sometimes slow down, take a look around before life just passes me by. You know, I go to the gym today, I get out of the car, I'm like, oh my God, I got to go to the gym, I got to take my dog to the bed, I got an interview at 1 o'clock with Elizabeth Meggs, and all this stuff was just running through my head about what I had to do today. And I was walking by and my lights were still on. I'm like, ugh, damn it, the lights are still on. I got to go back and turn the lights off. And as I turn around to go turn the lights off in my car, there in front of me that I would never have seen if I didn't stop and go turn my lights off was the most beautiful rainbow right in front of me. Took a picture and instantly was reminded of what the rainbow means biblically in Genesis. It's a covenant between God and the earth, and it was beautiful, man. I just stood there for a second, man, and had a moment with myself and with God, and just thanked Him for the reminder of making me aware to slow down sometimes and pay attention to what's around me in this life. I think a lot of times, guys, we get so busy with chasing the thing, doing the thing, getting to the next goal, getting to the next appointment, the next meeting, the next call, the next interview, the next podcast episode, whatever that thing is that you're going toward in your life. Sometimes we just miss the absolute beauty that is around us. It was created by the creator of the universe, in my opinion. And it was a good reminder this morning, man. And I'm here to remind you, sometimes just take a break, man. Take a break, look around, smell the roses as it may, the old adage says, and be grateful. You know, be grateful that you have a chance to wake up today. 180,000 people do not wake up today. True fact, by the way. So be grateful when you wake up and take a look around. Take a look at the grass. Take a look at the trees. Take a look at the sky, the clouds. If you live by a lake, the water, and the ocean, the mountains, like just look around. Look at the beauty that is all around you every single day. And here's the beautiful thing about all the stuff you see that's around you, it also lives inside of you. All those things in our environment that we see live inside of us through the Holy Spirit, as it may. If you're just now tuning into the Space Between podcast, this is not a Christian-based podcast, but I am a firm believer in Jesus Christ. I believe He died on the cross for all of my sins, and I am so lucky for that because I am a flawed and broken man. But by His grace, I am saved, and I can depend on that because I can't go through this life on my own, not on my own strength, not on my own will, any of that stuff. So thank you. Welcome. But getting back to the rainbow this morning, man, this was a stark reminder of the beauty and awe that's around us every single day that we overlook because we're so focused on our life stuff, our goals, our dreams, the grocery list, the kids, the wife, the vacation, whatever it is. Listen, we all are extremely busy. We are all extremely distracted, in my opinion, right now, and that's something I'm really working on is to not be distracted so I can focus on moving the needle forward every single day in regards to my podcast, this message, and my dreams. Why? Because my time's running out, just like yours, just like everybody else's. But here's what I do know. I made a decision to get started, and that decision was not very easy to make. Investing a lot of money in myself outside of a curriculum for school, college as it may. I invested a lot of money in coaching, mentorship, podcast mastermind group, being around people who share the same vision as me in regards to sharing their story, teaching a lesson with all the wisdom from the life experiences they've acquired along the way on their journey in this life. And I tell you what, man, it is so liberating to get on here and talk with you guys about things I've been through, struggles I've been through. I mean, it's like therapy for me, and I encourage anybody out there who thinks they have a story, think you have a story to share, a lesson to teach, link with sean.com. I would love to meet you. I would love to hear about your story. I would love to be inspired by you, just like all the people around the world that are being inspired by me through this message that I'm sharing every day of inspiration, motivation, purpose, passion, faith, freedom. All the things that this podcast was created for was to inspire you to realize that your life matters, and I know you absolutely want to live a life with purpose and significance like everybody else on the planet. There's no better way to do that than by launching a podcast, launching a movement, staying committed to the process, and watching the results come in. I mean, here's the thing, guys. There's people listening to me right now that I will never meet, whose lives I'm touching, and they may not reach out to me ever. I may never get to meet them. I just have to trust that the seed I planted landed in good soil, and that it helped them get through whatever they're going through in their mind, in their life, with the circumstance they're facing, with a challenge that they're going through, with some sort of adversity in their life. And that's enough for me. It's got to be enough, because for me to change another person's life by sharing some simple stories about my life and things I've overcame, victories and struggles, there's nothing more powerful than that in the human spirit, in my opinion. Nothing more powerful than that. And when you are ready to share your story and to teach a lesson and launch your movement and blast it out to 226 countries around the world, link with sean.com. I would love to help you, all right? I really hope the message hit you today and landed with you in regards to taking things a little bit slower in life, stopping and looking around, as like the Ferris Bueller movie. You know, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around sometimes, you can miss it. Don't miss this opportunity to find your voice, share your message, and teach a lesson, all right? Would you do me a favor also? Get on over to iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts. Leave a rating for the show. Subscribe so you don't miss a future episode. I would greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on The Space Between. And just like that, another void has been filled in The Space Between. Hey, listen, you're obviously a podcast listener. You're listening to this podcast, which I appreciate you. Have you ever thought about launching your own? Are you somebody who feels like, I've got a message, but I'm not quite clear what it is or who would ever want to hear it? Let's do this. Let's have a conversation. I'll kind of take you behind the scenes of the Space Between podcast, show you how I do it, and worst case scenario, you'll have 3 really simple steps that you can use right now to understand what your message is and how to get it out there. Go to linkwithsean.com, SEAN, linkwithsean.com, book a call, pick a time that works for you, and let's have a conversation about you and your message, all right? We'll see you on the call.